Welcome to the Paul Smith Podcast.
Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode of the Paul Smith Podcast. We have a personal trainer on today, my personal trainer. If you see me on Instagram, my fucking amazing body transformation from fucking big fat ginger marshmallow to Viking Adonis. We have this man largely to thank because he sold me a lot of steroids.
Yeah, a lot. I've made a lot of money. To be honest with you, you didn't warn me about the camera position. I can't even see. Just three of them point at me. Which one am I looking at? Do we look at them?
All of them.
I look at you?
All of them once. It's like hit training for your neck.
Is it what?
You got Phil down on everyone. I'll just introduce you.
Yeah.
In case people don't know, you're a very famous PT. To be fair, as PTs go, there's only fucking what's the name? What's that fella's name? Joe Wicks, and then you're in it.
Joe Wicks and me.
Yeah.
That's a compliment. Thank you
Yeah,
very
you gotta
much.
fucking take Joe Wicks out.
Yeah, we just eliminate him. Just
Yeah.
go do him in.
Get the middle-aged women game in it.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of bad press, don't he? Like sometimes.
Has he?
Well, sometimes like not a lot of people like him.
Slagging Joe Wicks.
But I think it's when you get to a certain level, you're always gonna get your fans, the people that like you, but you're always gonna get a little bit of enemies. So you probably had it, haven't you? Probably had a few.
Nah, everyone loves me.
all 100,000 followers.
Yeah.
No, you always
I've never
do.
had one negative comment. It's
But
weird.
I think it's
Still waiting for
because
it.
no, not one.
Not
you
one, no.
have.
Nah.
Why, like, what were people giving you shit when
Nah, no one ever does it.
you're
Everyone's just
come
like,
on,
"Ah,
you're
okay, you."
telling me as a comedian who does stand up that no one gives you shit on
Nobody
stage?
gives me shit.
You're lying.
I'm not.
Heckler.
Especially since now that I'm fucking hench.
Yeah, thanks to me.
Everyone's just like fucking.
You were-
Well, I mean, you didn't lift the weights for me.
No, I didn't, but I told you what to do. I said stop being a pussy.
Well,
And get on with
you
it.
did say stop being a pussy.
Wait there, we're going to talk
I
about
mean-
that now. We're going to talk about it. The little leg kill. Oh, right.
I wasn't even gonna bring it up.
I know, but this
Phil's a
defense.
very good PC, right? I'm gonna fucking just I'm gonna preamble this, slagging him off by saying he's very professional. He gets good results, and if you stick to what he says, you'll probably be good. And he has a. I think it applies, right? He has a technique called the 80-20 principle,
That is true, yeah.
where like 80%, like your diet. Or it can apply to anything. Your diet, especially nutritionally, 80% like on the ball. You can give yourself
80% clean foods.
Yeah. You can give yourself a little packet of crisps, can't you?
Yeah, that's it. And ultimately, I want to create that consistency with someone. And if you allow that, you will get results.
Yeah.
Consistently, no matter how good your training plan is and nutrition plan, if you're not consistent, you're going to get nowhere. It's as simple as that. So allowing, and 20%, 80% of your day is from good sources, high quality, good protein. So 20% is nothing, as long as you're hitting the calories and set out.
Yeah. So and it's a great principle, and he applies that to all of his life, including the fact that 80% of the stuff he tells you is spot on. He knows.
I was waiting for this, but
and
I thought I don't want to
20%
go into it.
of the time, he just makes shit up. I
That
don't got
is
a
true.
fucking clue what he's talking about.
That is, I can't even defend myself here.
He gave me this exercise, right? It's like a fucking in lockdown, a dumbbell leg curl. And I was like, I tried to do it with this, and I was like, that's fucking impossible, that. And he comes to my house to do a fucking, and I was like, hey, I'm trying to do this workout, Phil, but this fucking leg curl, and he's like, nah, it's fucking sound. I'm like, mate, that's impossible to do. He went, it's not. I went, do it then.
And it was
Couldn't
impossible.
do it.
So the best thing is, on the app that we use, right? Every exercise got a video, isn't it?
Yeah.
I couldn't even find the video for it. So that showed you. I thought, because it was like a lower body day one, because it was like a lion leg kill. I thought, what can I give him to wear his hamstrings a bit better? So I thought, I know. And in my head, it looked great. It looked professional, looked sound.
You had to grip the fucking dumbbell between your feet and then do a leg curl with it. It was fucking stupid. It was so dangerous.
I like that though. Your knees have to be on one bench. You have to hold yourself up. The kid, honestly, it was pathetic.
Oh, man.
And as soon as I tried
fuming,
that,
you know.
even as I was trying to do it, I thought this is going to go wrong. Even on the way here, I was driving here, I thought, what's he going to get me with? And that was the first
It was
one.
good. You know what, though? I liked you better as a PT after that. Because you come to my house, didn't you? We done like a session and that.
Yeah.
Social distance and all that.
Yeah. It was a bit.
And then we
got a nail.
the fucking pissed in my garden.
Yeah, we did.
It was a nice day, though.
I didn't drive back, by the way, for the record.
Nice
It
day
was
to
a nice
mine,
day.
anyway,
That
the
was the
cuddle.
first. What was it? Was it May or April? May, wasn't it?
Yeah.
June?
Nah, it was
No.
pre-lockdown.
Or was it before the first
It was
lockdown?
February, wasn't it?
Was it? Was it?
For the sake of
No.
it was February.
No. Oh, February. It was February. Yeah. Cut that bit out. Yeah, it was February.
Stupid cunt.
I know. Go on. So the 80-20 split.
Let you practice.
I know, but didn't really forget all about it.
I've never seen you lacking the confidence.
No, I'm quite
You're a
confident.
confident guy.
Well, I think that's where I got a lot of my followers from. No, they were all like little stupid videos they done, didn't they?
Yeah.
So I've done like loads of little videos, which to be honest with you now, can't really be arsed doing them anymore.
You do them. You
Still
like
do them, but
you like
I'm not-
kicking off on people online, don't you?
I do. I like kicking off on people online. I like calling people out as well. No, sounds silly, a little bit bad, but there's a reason behind calling them out.
Yeah. 'Cause you're like, Phil hates like fucking. I'm not gonna just say keto fucking drinks and shit like that. But
Fads.
yeah.
That's it. Just summing up fads.
Yeah. So if I'm like fucking just saying I'm gonna go fucking just eat fucking, I'm only gonna find food I found under a rock.
Out of all the shit he could have possibly said,
That's
under
probably
a
a
rock.
diet, innit?
It's a caveman
I'm only
diet
gonna
type
eat
thing, innit?
food I found under a rock.
It's like, so there's a lot of diets out there. There's a lot of like the keto diet. There's obviously the people are vegan, things like that. Their methods as such. Now I don't always believe in them. People shouldn't really choose for them for weight loss purposes, because if you're going keto, you're just cutting out carbohydrates, which is a lot of your food consumption. If you go shopping and you're keto, you're half fucked. Like half of it is you can't have any carbohydrates. And then you lose weight, but the reason you lose weight is not because you cut out the carbs. It's like you got into this calorie deficit. And if you're in a calorie deficit, you will lose weight. But you don't have to cut out carbs. But people do keto, cut out carbs, lose a lot of water, lose weight, and think it's the keto when it's really the calorie deficit.
Yeah. Do you think that I find, like, I've done this, like, I've spoken to you about this, but like, if anyone's seen, if you can go back and look at the fucking videos, I yo-yo a lot.
Yeah.
And like, this is the best shape I've been in it probably in my life. And I think it's because I didn't fucking, I was always of the opinion that I love that first bit of losing weight. You know, when you lose like 10 pounds in a week and you're like, I am flying.
Yeah, and the motivation's high.
Yeah,
you want to keep
feel
on
good.
going.
But then I never realised that was just water.
Yeah, so
It's fucking fumo when I
it's
found
all. I'd say 90% of your £10 there, but £9 out of 10 that would have been easier, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It was water weight.
Yeah.
It was water weight and a tiny little bit, because obviously in carbs are stored in the water as well. So if you cut out carbs, the water will just go. So, yeah. So yeah, doing keto and things like that would just be
Just gonna it's just pointless.
Yeah, but pointless to an extent. But like I say, but a lot of people want to lose that little bit of water weight. That's why fighters do it, to make weight, and then obviously do regain all that water after the weigh-in.
A lot of people would disagree though, wouldn't they?
People would disagree, but what do you think their argument would be?
I don't know.
Let's have it. Let's have it. What are you saying? So,
No, but like I know, like I've spoken to
so
few
it's a
people like,
method.
who have told me to go on keto and said that they feel better and stuff. I've tried it repeatedly, and fuck me, my head falls off.
It's keto was very difficult. So some keto up, you can't have carbohydrates, and the idea behind it is that carbs is your number one energy source for a reason. So stop trying to kid your body as well, by the way. And if you cut out your number one energy source, you go into like a ketogenic state, which is basically using fat as energy instead.
Yeah.
But your body still prefers carbohydrates, hence it's been the number one energy source. So people want to go into this ketogenic state where they're not running off carbohydrates, they're running off body fat. But still down to calories anyway. So it doesn't really matter too much. It's calories in versus calories out.
Yeah. You say that quite a bit, don't you?
That is ultimately the only method to lose weight. So you can do keto, and if you overconsume calories, you will gain weight. You can do any diet, Slim World, anything. If you overconsume calories, you will gain weight.
I find I had an argument with my missus on Slim and World, because obviously Slim and World must work for some people, and there's probably good things about it.
Yeah.
But she was going on Slim and World and going, it's fucking great though, because potatoes are free.
That's my argument
I
all
was
the time.
like, that can't be real.
It is real though.
And she was like, no, potatoes are free on Slim and World. You can have us.
What
and
else?
she was having a fucking big
Pasta.
pastas. And I was like, so I can just sit and eat a bag of spuds,
Yeah.
and that's sound, I'm going to lose weight. And she was like, yeah, that's how it works, because you have your sins and potatoes are free.
Pasta, potatoes, fruit as well. And they're all just calories. So once again, if you overconsume, you'll get fat. You will. Okay, wait.
How have they got away with that?
Because what it is, you need, so the science behind the calories in versus calories out, But it takes a bit of work to find it out. So every single individual has got a calorie allowance, like a maintenance level.
Yeah.
So for example, mine would be about 3,000. Yours would be quite high now. They got a bit of muscle, thanks to me. It's about 2,700. So if you got to work that out. You got to be.
Why have you got me on 2,300 fucking calories?
Because
then?
you gained a bit of weight, pal. That's it. Didn't think we were going to go with it, but he's done fuck all for 2 weeks and he hasn't tracked. So you're a fat cunt now, and you need to lose weight. That's why.
That's why I've got
a hoodie on. Yeah, it's fucking roasting me as well, by the way. Yeah, so that's it. So you're on 2,300 to lose.
Sweatsheet on under this.
Yeah, but lad, you gain like 3 kilos in a week, and I'm like, what the fuck is he doing?
Mate,
You go 88, like 91, 92.
It's when
like,
I smoke
Jesus.
weed, lad.
Don't be blaming it. Like, worse than him.
Mate, do you know what I done last night? Do you know what I done yesterday?
Go on.
I what was it yesterday? Day before? Day before.
Yeah.
I had a great day.
Yeah.
Up, protein shake.
Yeah.
Lovely, little banana in it.
Lovely time. You're gonna say that.
Lovely time.
Lovely time with
Feeling
your protein
good.
shake. Yeah.
Playing with my little puppy and that.
Yeah.
Which is again, that's been
Was that a puppy?
That was me. That was my dog. Yeah.
Was that okay?
That was the puppy.
Just
So
to
I'm having a lovely
clarify.
time playing with my puppy and that. At dinner, nice little fucking, just like a nice little bit of chicken, some fruit. That's all
Yeah.
I had, right?
Yeah.
With the dog, giving the dog a little bit of chicken,
A little bit of
treats
chicken.
and that.
Yeah.
Fucking had a nice time, right? Done my squats, had some Cocoa Pops,
Yeah.
which is sound on Phil's
Yeah,
diet.
it is. It is. Yeah,
Cocoa Pops with strawberry protein on.
Yeah.
So I'm flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was mixing some strawberry protein into the fucking-
Okay, keep going.
Keep that protein going.
Yeah,
right?
keep going. Yeah.
And then I had a bit of weed.
And this is just where it starts.
Then I had the triple cheeseburger, chips, 4 donuts, 4 packets of crisp, right? And then I found myself, right, and this is where it went wrong. And I was dead because I was dead.
Goes wrong.
Yeah,
It's already gone wrong.
mate, I was dipping fucking Jacob's crackers into fucking a jar of Nutella and eating them, and it was fucking fantastic because it tasted like a dead good choc dip. And I was sat there, and then I stopped even using the crackers. I'm just eating Nutella. out of the
Just
jar with
going
your
for
fingers.
it. We've all been there, but
It was
geez.
fucking fantastic.
So your day started off well,
And
then
that's
it
how
just
I would
went-
eat, though. That's how I would normally eat.
I know.
And I feel shit after it. But like,
Well, yeah, the scales don't lie. Do you know what I mean? 4 kilos heavy in a week.
yeah.
That's impressive. 4 kilos is £10. That's really good going. So that's why calories are 2,200 anyway. that's where we were going with that. That's where it started. Wasn't it? Yeah, what was the original point of that one then? See that?
So you're saying about...
So yes, we were talking about fads, keto
Yeah.
and all that.
Your head's fell off, yeah.
Yeah, well that's because you started talking about weed and got me excited a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. And triple cheeseburger, I've seen the new Big Mac.
I have had one of them as well.
Double Big Mac now.
Yeah, I had one today.
It must be like that.
You know what? I had one of them with 20 nuggets.
I might get away with it. It's great, though, isn't it?
It's fucking
It's
fantastic.
great. It's great that you can eat that little bit of shit. Like every female goes, "How the fuck do you get away with it?" I'm like, "Cause we lift weights and we get on with it."
This is... I've been trying to tell... Like, my missus is also a client of yours.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to slag it off. Because one, I'm terrified of her.
Yeah. So am I. So am I.
She's scary,
She
woman.
would knock me out.
She's
that left hook reverse is terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I keep saying to her, like, fucking... Use your strength. She's a strong woman.
Yeah.
Lift some weights.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, but I don't want my shoulders to go massive. I'm like, that's not what'll happen.
No. Once again, that's down to the calorie deficit again. That word's going to do your head in, by the way, calorie deficit. But it's down to that. So she's consuming a little amount of calories. She's not going to... That doesn't happen. And men have got more testosterone than females, so obviously. So
I
the
don't know
chances
though,
of her...
between me and her, to be fair.
Well, do you reckon it's her or you, though?
She's got a bigger dick than me.
Yeah, but I think you're a fucking fanny as well. So it's a bit of a swing, that one. But so it just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. Like, but you know, when girls say that to me, I'm just like, are you fucking messing? Girls go like, get this girls who've never like really lifted before, like little small calories, and you give them too little weight, and they go, I don't really want to get big. I'm like, fuck off. Do you think that I want to get big? And I pick up like I'll do heavy weights, and I struggle all the time. It's an effort, and girls are just like panicking at the easiest little stage. They just get over it. That's your toning up.
Saying girls
What
are
I
all
do.
pussies.
Yeah.
This is not the view
follow-
of the Paul Smith podcast, by the way.
Follow account
This is-
just going down. Ding 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 ding.
It's going up with dead angry women.
I'm gonna get some messages after this, aren't I? No, so a lot of girls would have that fear factor of not looking too bulky,
Yeah.
and I don't really know where it stemmed from, because you gotta lift a lot of weight, you gotta have a lot of calories and a lot of protein to really get that look.
Yeah.
But a lot of girls, I think girls are they're very, I'm trying to be careful here, but on Instagram, it's very hard because they can be very comparison to other like people all the time. They always compare themselves, and they always like want one image, and they always try and like just. Where am I going with this here? Help me out, Paul. No, but it's just trying to like girls. It's very difficult because they always kind of have an image to perceive on Instagram, on social media, and then you always see like other girls who like got a good body. Then you want to try and do what they're doing, so they get pulled in different directions very, very easily. Girls, and it's always like girls are very more body conscious than males as well.
I find but that's Instagram, innit?
It is, like, and it's ruining things. I think
I feel I'm dead guilty of this, right? And you know I do this.
Yeah.
I got pulled up yesterday by Lee Chadwick for it because he said I know you've put weight on because I haven't seen a picture of you with no top on Instagram for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But like I've had abs for about half an hour, right? And I fucking take a picture, because it's dead addicting. Like I think that's
is.
But like, you know, when you do the weights and you get a bit of a pump on you, like you're looking at yourself and you're going, fucking, I look great there, and you should be it's hard to get to that.
Yeah,
so you should be kind of proud of it.
Yeah,
but then there's fucking like I'm dead scared of going too far because I've been in bodybuilding gyms and shit before. Like, you're not this way, by the way. You're quite a healthy balance, I think. Mm-hmm. And you're the one who's kind of put me right on this a couple of times. Because I've been in bodybuilding gyms where they're fucking looking at it and they're pulling skin off themselves going, I'm fat here. And you're like, and they're in fucking, like, you can see veins on the whole body. And you're like, you are in awesome nick there. And they're like, no, a bit fat there. And I'm like, I don't want to get to that where I can't have a bevy with my mates because I'm like, I won't be able to take a picture of my abs on Monday.
And they're not happy. They're not happy with me. Like, so you look at that and think, I'll do anything for that. But they're not happy. And that is ultimately what you've got to be. You've got to be happy with yourself. And if you've got that body too small for you, to an extent, then you're forever chasing it. Yeah. You're forever chasing it and it's a bad road to go down. Like. Yeah. But sometimes, like, we've got that to our extent. Like, I'll look at myself sometimes and think about bad days. Hence why this is on. No, I'm joke. So you look yourself, you have bad days, but it's just you gotta have that balance, and you gotta just keep going with it. Yeah. And like you say, you
don't need to have abs and shit to be good.
Like
I'm all feel good and be better.
Yeah, I'm all about being strong. And like when I get to the point where I have abs as well, I'll just take loads of photos with different outfits on, and that's me done for the year.
That's the thing.
That's 12 months. Bam. One every 4 weeks. Poof! Different outfit, like different haircut, little cap on, little pose over here. Do you know what I mean? Then I'm sorted. Then I just get fat again, get on double cheeseburgers. But I'm all about strength. I like being strong, and so I like thinking like he can't do what he's about to do it, and I do it. That's what I like to do. So I can get lean again in about like 4 or 5 weeks. I'm lean now, but I can get really lean in about 4 or 5 weeks if I wanted to. But I'm like you. I enjoy me routine at the moment. I enjoy a bevy at the weekend. Like it's me highlights in my fucking week sometimes. Yeah. Just chilling out and I like a little bit of crap food. Once again, it's all part of me calorie allowance and that 80-20 split. Yeah. I said to you, but if you have that balance, you just got to be consistent, and the journey becomes enjoyable. It's got to be enjoyable.
That's what I think's happened for like as work for me, and why I've stuck with you for so long. Because I've never stuck with a PT even remotely this long. I was fucked it off after a couple of months.
Yeah, so your yo-yo has been mad, and but I suppose like we've learned.
I always train. Like I'll always do something. Yeah. Like I training's not never the problem with me. I go through lulls and peaks and troughs with it. Like sometimes like you've seen, sometimes I'll train fucking 2-3 times a day, and sometimes I'll be like, I can't be asked doing that today or doing this. But like I'll pretty consistently train. Yeah. It's food with me that goes out of the window. But the good thing about the way you do it and having being able to kind of forgive yourself for having a bevy or whatever is I'm all or not me. If I'm fucking, I need to be like fucking smashing it and fucking just eating fucking kale shakes and shit all day and getting lean as fuck, or I'm just fucking eating Mackies all the time.
That's it.
And because as soon as I have a bit of a fucking go off on one, or I'll have a bevy, and if I have a bevy, I'll have a fucking pizza on the way home. I feel dead guilty about it, and then I'm like, the next day I'm hungover, and then because I've fucked up, I beat myself up, and that fucking negativity turns into more food and fucking.
That's very common, like, you know? Yeah. Very, very common.
I've noticed that in people since I realised that about myself.
And I think it boils down to the fact that you've never really found like the nutrition plan to suit yourself.
Yeah.
Like, and the 80-20 split, I swear to God, will just work for everybody.
Yeah.
Because that flexibility is like, there's a lot of, see, like a lot of PTs now, I'm not going to like slag loads off, like, but a lot of PTs now are very, they might not really know that side of the flexible diet type of thing, but they're very strict with their approach. And very, like, you can say, like, right, none of this, none of this, none of that. And it sounds great. It looks, oh my God, okay, this must work because you can't allow to have this and all this. But then you won't stick to it. There's no longevity. Whereas what we're doing, you can stick that for the rest of your life. You can stick to that when you go on holiday and just find a balance with it all the time.
Yeah.
But as soon as you start doing something which is a little bit against the grain, people jump on it like fads and then it just fade off.
Yeah.
That's why we were talking about calling people out before. So sometimes I'll call like celebrities out. They don't give me any response whatsoever. Why would they? But I'll call them out because at the end of the day, companies will pay celebrities to promote a certain product.
Yeah.
But they have never tried it before. I was actually looking at an article before where a few celebrities had done like an interview for this product. I can't even remember what it was called. And they actually said, yeah, I've never tried it before, but I'll promote it. I just think, fucking hell, like you've had 300, 500,000 people following you who, like, for some reason admire them.
Yeah.
And they would try this product because they've said it. And it just fuck with their head.
Yeah.
A little bit, you know what I mean? So they promote something that they've never tried. Chances are that the beard's got belted tits, curvy body, arse out here, and they promote this product to say, oh, like, have this and you look like me. And really, it's just a load of crap. And then the person will buy the product and will be none the wiser on how actually weight loss happens. So this could be someone who's forever yo-yoed. And then the more you yo-yo, as you probably know, the more it fucks with your head because you think, how on earth do I actually get to where I want to be? And then you take another fad, lose 10 pounds, put it all back on, back to the square one.
Yeah.
So that's why I hate fads. Moral of the story.
What got you into doing this shit?
Um,
The table then. Sorry about that.
It's alright. Forgive you later. It's a bit mad. So what got me into this? I was actually talking about this song before as well. So I've been a PT for 10 years, but I've been into weights for about 12 years. But before that, I had my little mental health problems, really, to be honest with you. So I used to be 13 stone. I used to be that. And when you're 5'7", 5'8" on a good day. Do you know, when you're that 13 stone, it's quite chunky. I had no muscle. I was pale. I was just a bit bleh. Come out of school, wasn't confident whatsoever. Wasn't never the popularest kid in school. And I just then started, like, there was no Instagram, no Facebook then, but I was like obsessed with like kind of the fitness side of things then, right? Okay, to build my confidence, I want to get into the fitness side of things. And I become borderline like obsessed. It was very negative. And I started to lose like a lot of weight, but I'd done everything in a really bad approach as well. So sometimes I just wanted to kind of get my weight right down. And I was like I said, I was 13 stone. And there was like a switch one day where I just think, right, get all this weight off. This is enough. I'm probably starting to go out on store to girls and stuff like that. So I thought, let's get this weight off. Let's start feeling good about yourself. And I started becoming this obsessive nature with the calories because I obviously done my own little research to find out there was calories that dictated weight loss and weight gain. And I used to, like, one of my bad points was I used to write down, my MyFitnessPal, then either. So I used to write down all my calories that I consumed in a day. And it'd be something stupid, like 900 calories. And that was it. And I would then go to the gym. I didn't have a clue about weights at this point. I'd go to the gym and I'd burn off that exact figure. A very, very, very unhealthy mindset, but I was just obsessed. And like my friends were worried about me, my family was worried about me. But I used to go into the gym and just run on that treadmill, like Mo Farah, until I burnt that amount of calories off. So I was in a drastic calorie deficit. So the weight loss shot off me. And then it got to about 10 stone, and this is when it got a little bit worse as well then. So 10 stone was there. Everyone started to work because I lost the 3 stone very, very quickly. And the weight loss was slowing down. So I started getting more obsessed then. So the weight loss was slowing down. But that's because my energy, my output is just shot. My metabolism was gone. And then actually became, I don't know if you know this either, but I was bulimic as well. Yeah. From 10 stone to 9 stone. No. So because I stupidly enough, I was like looking at more forums and seeing like bulimia, people talking about this. I thought, fucking hell, as soon as I'd done it once, that was the worst decision I've ever done in my life then. Because I used to really be obsessed with calories and eating very little. But if I went out for a meal, or if I had a little bit of crap food, like a donut, something small at home, I used to make myself sick. I used to find out the perfect time as well to make yourself sick after that meal. And to be, it was very, very, very ill. So that was tell you what, the story's gone fucking full. That's
good, it's interesting.
So, but that was really, really bad mindset. Bad, like, my mental health wasn't really spoken about then. Like, say, this is 12, 13 years ago. So mental health wasn't really a thing. No one's... I probably had depression, a bit of anxiety, but I without even knowing I had it. Because I hated myself, hated my body. I didn't want to look in the mirror, and I was obsessed with abs. And when I was 8 stone 13, and I still didn't have any, because I was just so ill. And then more research, looking into things a bit more. I started looking at protein, because I didn't really have protein either then. So I started looking at protein, a bit of weight training, never really done it before. And then I went to the shop. What's the shop? It's called Tea Nutrition now on Victoria Street, but it used to be something else.
Oh, I know what you mean. Above the Lisbon?
Yeah, above the Lisbon.
Yeah.
So I was there anyway, so walked into there and I started looking at these protein shakes. I was just looking at every one, and all I was looking for was the lowest calorie protein shake. And I was like, 140 per scoop, put that back. 120, put that back. And then the two fellas were in there, and I looked at these fellas as I walked up these steps, looked at them and thought, fucking hell, they're in shape, then they were jacked. And I thought, I want to be like that. But I still looked for this lowest calorie, so it didn't make sense. And they both turned around and went, are you all right? I was like, yeah, just look for the lowest calorie protein shake. And he was like, what are you looking at that for? Why are you looking for that? And I told him a little bit about me, and he went, fucking hell, you need a high calorie protein shake. And I was like, no, I want absolutely, lad, you need a high calorie protein shake. We need to revamp your whole training and your diet and revamp your mindset as well. And then he sat me down as well. I think they probably seen I was like a bit, I don't know, just young, a bit fragile. Just needed help, just needed help a little bit, because I probably looked ill without even realising it. And he sat me down for a good hour and a half. And it was the best thing that's ever happened to me. Ever. Because I walked out today a different man. And it's probably who I am today. Because I walked out today with this mindset then of like weights, which I never taught. So I thought, right, okay, so I've got this. I remember coming back and thinking, I've got 2 pieces of gold here. And it was just 2 pieces of paper. One was diet and one was weights. So I had a little weight training plan, and the diet was, I think they put me on about 1,500 calories and told me to increase by 200 every 2 or 3 weeks. I was like, Jesus. And 1,500 calories at that point was a lot. Because I was only having like 800 or 900. And then I walked away with it like a high calorie protein shake too. But I was so confident then in thinking that's right. So it was mad to think that I've had like months of this negative mindset and a 1.5 hour conversation of 2 people who looked like they knew what they were doing. And I was just admiring the figures at this point, thinking, that's what I want. Like that. And then I started like doing all that, started getting into the weight training side of things. Within about 2 or 3 weeks, I started looking, feeling so much better about myself. The body fat was actually dropping as well. And that was it. And then about 2 years after doing that, I started research. I've always loved research of diet and training from that point properly anyway. And then started getting into it more and more, started getting a little bit of shape about myself. Then people started asking me questions. What are you doing? Because like say 2 years ago before this point, I was just a little 13 and a half stone, a little fat kid. And now I was just a completely different person. So it's quite a bit of a mad story. But then as soon as people started asking me, like, what are you doing? You're asking me questions about training. I thought, I love just telling people and helping people. And I had a lot of people who had a similar story to me as well in terms of the lack of direction and lack of knowledge. So I just wanted to tell people as much as possible. Became a personal trainer, paid £3.5 for my course. And then I worked in the gym, which is not far from where I am now. And I was paying £600 a month rent. And I thought, fuck me, £600 a month rent, but let's do it. Let's get in, let's go for it. And I was like in a bit of debt, but I thought, fuck it, this is what I want to do. I was working in home office at the time, and I'd done it. And I was full. I think I was full within 3 months. Because I was just a different person, I was just so confident. I was talking to people. And I had to advertise as well without any Instagram or Facebook, which is like the best platform now, as we know, for everything. So I had to go around, hand leaflets in to all different shops. And do shit leaflets as well, proper shit leaflets. And I remember doing it around West Derby as well. And people go, Phil, like, where's your gym? I was like, it's in Speak. I was like, get the fuck out of here then. Like, why am I going to go down there? So all the way to South Liverpool. And that was that. And then it just excelled drastically from there, which is lovely.
I think that'll... Obviously, I think I can relate a little bit. Obviously, you were very extreme in the fact that you'd gone down so much and you'd had bulimia and stuff like that. But I think that is one of the worst misconceptions, and one I held up for such a long time, is that, and one that kept me yo-yoing, is that I just thought to look good you need to lose weight. To look good, you need to lose weight, and it's all about the scales. I always focus. I weigh myself every day. I still do, but I understand it better now
because it's data. That's it. You got to look at scales like data. Like a lot of people. That's probably the main thing with scales, isn't it? A lot of people would say.
People go like, and I've had conversations. People are asking me now, and I'm having conversations with people where they're going like, they're just obsessed with that number going down every single day, and they don't want to eat, and they're scared if they've lost 3 stone, they don't want to eat because they don't want to put that 3 stone back on.
Yeah.
And like, I know myself from like, I've said this to you before, like, if you sign up with Phil, what you get an app. He'll have good conversations with you. He'll check in with you all the time. But the thing that was good through lockdown is obviously I couldn't go in the gym and see you, so I had this app. And one thing, I've done weights before, I've gone in the gym, but my doing weights was going in, because I've always liked boxing and stuff like that, and it and stuff, and like that was the training that like kind of kept me going. I'd done a bit of running and things before, but it never really took me. But weights, I did it because I thought that's something that you're supposed to do, and I go in and I just push whatever felt.
Every day's bench day.
Yeah. I just push whatever felt kind of heavy, but I was never really pushing myself. I'd just go, because if it was too heavy, I'd just be like, fuck that. Do you know what I mean? And I'd do like 2 reps, and I never really push through it. And then with the app you get with Phil, it gives you all your exercise, and obviously everyone's got a little video on and stuff like that, but it tells you what you've done the week before, and it kind of gamifies it a little bit. So
massively.
You haven't got to fucking start smashing like 10 kilos extra a week.
No. You
just got to do 1 rep more, or 1 kilo more, half a kilo more, and it's just that little bit of progression.
Progressive overload.
It's just fucking. I've never done it before, and once I started putting a little bit of muscle on, my weight went up. Like I've gone down from 17 stone. I'm about 14.5 now, which is a good weight drop. But the amount of muscle I've put on, and it's probably not. It's probably what 10, maybe 8 pound of muscle, something like that.
Yeah, 8
that fucking makes a massive difference.
But like I say, but I've seen the image of like a pound of fat versus a pound of muscle as well. Like, so it's significant. But that's it. That's a lot of people's problems. Like even like my problems fit a little bit when I first started. But a lot of conversations I have with any guys and girls who start with me, they're always like, "Oh, it's going to the gym." Guys will be like, "Yeah, do a little bit of bench." There's no figures. They just put on whatever they feel like. There's no progression. Simple as that. Girls are pretty much the same. They'll be scared to even go heavier. They were like, "Oh no, don't want to get bulky." Yeah. So that progressive overload is massive, and it's a key factor for building muscle. And like I say, it gives you something to aim for. Think, right, okay, done 50 kilos for 3 sets of 10 last week. Let's go and do 50 kilos for 3 sets of 11, and go bam, PB. Yeah,
that's the thing. I've never been one for fucking like hitting the PBs.
Yeah, we've done well.
Yeah, I've hit a couple of PB. I hit the deadlift PB. When I hit that squat PB, 140 was
kilos.
Good, mate. Like it feels
Tell me what it felt like on your back.
Oh, mate,
it's petrifying.
You don't want to go down, like.
No, you don't. You're like, hey!
Yeah, you know it's fucking, you feel like you are just going to go fuck off through the floor.
Like 140 kilos, it's a drastic weight. Like, so
and but it's important because, like, you see, we film those things and I go, I'm going to put this on now, and someone's going to either slag the form off,
people always
slag, like, go, fucking hell, it's not that heavy. Because to some people that's not heavy, to some people that's an impossible amount, and that's not the point. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. That's what the good thing about that progressive overload and that app, what it does is it gamifies you versus you.
That's it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think that was a kind of fucking turning point in my head where I was going, like, because I'm watching other people going, I want a fucking 250 key deadlift. My mate Dave Longley can do a 280 kilo deadlift.
Yeah.
Fucking, and I'm like, I want to fucking do that.
Yeah.
I want to do that because he's done that. But like, that's him, and he's not me, and I'm not him.
And
you
find yourself comparing to other things. But it's like the Instagram side of things, you compare yourself to what's the saying? You compare your behind the scenes to other people's highlights.
Yeah.
And that's why you get that chase. You get the chase all the time. I was like, fuck off, no.
Yeah.
No, it's me versus me. Do I look better than I did last week? Yes, I do, but I'm winning.
Yeah.
Actually winning. If I lost a pound, winning. If I'm doing a bit more, winning. That's it. And that's what people need. You versus you. That's it. But no, you've done brilliant with the PBs this year, though.
It's allowed me, though, to kind of mentally to go, like we were joking before, you've done fuck all for 2 weeks. I've done a couple of workouts. I haven't tracked my food for a couple of weeks. I got a new puppy, and to be honest with you, I'm enjoying spending time with that puppy more than like I thought. I'm gonna have a little bit of time out. Yeah,
but it's controlled
because
though.
I understand. I kind of understand what's in stuff now, so I know I'm overeating. But I know I'm overeating.
And then you've got an idea, like, you know, right, I need this amount of protein per day, so I've had this. I'm all right. I've hit the threshold. That's all that matters, and that's what it is, down to control and enhancing your knowledge.
Yeah. And just kind of, I like that I can do that now. Like mentally, I like that I can go, all right, I'm going to have a little bit of time off now and that I'm definitely just going to be able to hit the ground running. My fitness hasn't gone.
Yeah,
I never leave it long enough
go.
for the strength to go or the fitness to go now. Whereas I used to, when that I'd fall off for about fucking 4 months.
But
and then
there was
I'd be like,
really...
I'd try and go back in the gym and do what I was doing.
But there's not really to go back to either because you didn't really have that routine.
Yeah.
Whereas now, if you were to have like two weeks off, you'll maintain yourself in a good enough position. Think, right, you know what? Gain a couple of kilos, it'll come off easy. A little bit of water because I've had a bit of shite. Your strength might be hindered for about a week, if that, and then you'll be right back up there.
Yeah.
So it's just all about that routine, mate, and you know, you've done really, really well. Really well.
One thing that you work on, it's been a massive issue where we are, and obviously all over the country, is fucking the gyms getting closed down for lockdowns and like that kind of. It's obviously. I hate getting into COVID talks and shit like that because COVID's affected everyone and it's very divisive fucking. And I'm not here to say like COVID's not real or fucking. It's obviously a real thing and it's fucking. It's affecting hundreds of thousands of people around the world. Definitely. And it's fucking. It's terrible. It's a bad thing. But on the opposite side, I'm coming from a hospitality. It's affected my job. But it's hard and I think there's a good argument for saying there wasn't much evidence for people's like fucking. There wasn't much evidence to say that cases came from where I work or cases came from hospitality or bars and restaurants. But when you weigh that up against gyms and closing gyms down, the arguments are to keep gyms open and for people's mental health and the fact that people going to gyms and kind of having that positive effect on the body and the mind will save the NHS money and will directly take fucking pressure off the NHS.
Drastically. Well, the numbers
just seem daft.
I think closing gyms was probably one of the stupidest things I've ever. When they done it, I just thought I could not believe it. But the first lockdown, I was thinking no one really knew what the fuck was going on. No one. People, I was scared of COVID in the beginning of lockdown. I was thinking, fucking that's bad, this, blah, blah, blah. And I was thinking, business, everything. But now, as it's gone on, figures are getting put out there. I'm thinking, like, the gym, and they closed the gyms. I thought, that is the most stupidest thing I've ever seen. There's no brains. The people who close the gyms don't go to the gym. No. Because they don't realise how positive the gyms is. They just thought, close everything and not one fuck given. So they don't go to the gym themselves. And then we had a big fight to keep the gyms open because we had the evidence to support it, and the evidence was right there. Like the amount of, I can't even remember like off the top of my head now, but how many million gym visits to how tiny amount of cases that came from them gym visits. Yeah,
something mad, like 1.7% or something.
No,
of all cases that come from gyms or something like that, or even that area.
I think it was like 22 million gym visits, and it was like less than 1,000 cases. Like, come on. Yeah. But like I say, the thing from closing gyms, the amount of people that potentially would have survived from COVID is nearly zero. Yeah. But the amount of people that would have been affected mentally is through the roof. Yeah. Like suicide rates are the highest than ever. People depend on the gym.
I honestly thought it was so fucking like...
And obesity.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, as well. We haven't talked about that.
People don't like talking about that shit because obviously it's fat shaming.
Well, should we go down here? Are we?
I mean, you can.
No.
You can fat shame all you want.
I don't fat shame anyway. I need clients.
Literally jiggles my tits all the
time. All the time. But no, with the obesity, like I say, how the cost that has on the NHS. Yeah. All it's, and the gyms is the one place that people need to go. The gyms, you're surrounded by like-minded, positive people who are there to better themselves. Yeah. Like, if you work 9 to 5, you're forever talking with people in your ear, COVID this, COVID that, you're like, fuck off. And then 5 o'clock comes, like, go to the gym, headphones on, switch off for an hour. With, you're around people, and it just brings your day up, it gives you a purpose. And then close gyms, and people's mental state just went worse and worse. Physical state got worse as well, obviously there's no gyms.
Yeah. I thought it was, I honestly thought it was, I thought it was stupid that they were like, in the first lockdown, I could kind of see, we were going into summer, spring, and people were like, oh, you can go to the park, you can go and do your house exercise outside. As someone who trained at home, and I got dead lucky because I had the luxury of being able to ask a few people for favours. Yeah, and people were very good to just dropping me something, because you couldn't get fuck all. No. So like most people,
the prices of some of the stuff.
It was just ridiculous. So I got a bar dropped off some plates, and that done me. But like, the motivation it takes to just like
It's a different ball game where
get
you're in
out
the gym.
there, and especially if you got kids and stuff like that, it's not like you can just go for a run. Do you know what I mean? Because the fucking kids were in school, so you can't fucking pack up 2 toddlers and start going for a run.
With
What
a
are you gonna
plan,
do?
I know. And you just like, but like I say, for you,
And there is
it was,
ways around it, but like it's
there is,
fucking.
and it's hard. Like even from my point of view, when lockdown happened, I was just like, fuck me. When the first lockdown, especially, because all the clients had to then switch over to home-based workouts. I had to make up even more exercises as well. I was like, yeah, just do this. There's no video.
Tins of beans.
Hey, just use your brain. Just go into it a bit. So people are like, Phil, what the fuck am I doing here? And then I had to try and be super upbeat, super positive. And I'll be honest now, like some of that was just trying to get you guys going, and just because I was just down and out a little bit myself. But then I had to try and be upbeat. And people messaged me saying, Phil, I think it was worse for lads as well, because guys are used to lifting a lot of resistance. And like we're used to, like with girls, some girls are fair enough, but they can create that resistance with minimal equipment. Whereas guys, like some guys like that I've got as well, they need like heavy squats, heavy deadlifts, heavy bench, and you just fuck all they can do at home. So they would lose muscle based on the fact that they can't keep that resistance up. So that's hard to accept as well. So it was a hard battle trying to change everyone's plans, keeping everyone motivated. And it was hard, yeah. And obviously the fact that a lot of clients were financially affected. So as a business that depends on gyms opening or being open, it was hard. It's been a hard year for everybody, and it's been ridiculous. Yeah. Can't wait for January. to say 2021, 20. We're going to look back on this, aren't we, in a few years' time? Go, remember that?
We'll all laugh about it, yeah. Well, we won't laugh. Maybe not laugh.
No,
but
no.
I think some good's going to come out of it.
I think, do you know what I found? It's put people, everyone's come out of their comfort zone. Yeah. And it's forced things to happen. Potentially like even this podcast, you know what I mean? I've created like multiple different programs. I created like this 20-day body weight, and that's done brilliant. But it forces people in a position where they are going to do something that they might not have done as well, which is great. It's been very negative for a lot of people, of course, in more ways than one. But it's put people in a position, and then you gotta adapt. Right? Okay, gym's closed. What are we gonna do? We've got to do this, this, and this. So yeah, it just puts you in a good position in some respect. Yeah.
So what's next? What I know you started your own podcast, actually, haven't you?
I have.
Yeah.
Do you want to be a guest?
Yeah, I'll be a guest.
Yes.
What's it called? Athletic Method.
What we're gonna do? We're just gonna record this and just put my logo. I'm not talking to him again for another hour of our shit. So yeah, the Athletic Method. So what this is, I've always done one-to-one coaching. And they get a lot of my time, and it's a good price point. They get a lot of my time, and I've always been very, very successful with it, touch wood, which it's been nice, been good. But this is a bit different. This is a very low-end approach, a little bit different. So it's going to be, I don't want to give it away because we haven't confirmed the price yet, but it'll be less than 20 quid a month. But it's going to be a massive membership site, so it's going to be amazing. So I've always done like me one-to-one, takes up a lot of my time messaging people, kind of phone calls and whatever it might be. But with this, it's a low-end system. It's a path, it's a direction. So people come in to sign up, and they'll have their own access to our membership site, and it'll be different phases. So it'll be phase 1, and everything that you need to know in phase 1. All video demonstrations to get into it. But you kind of just go off on your own little journey. Then once you complete the first 6 weeks, you get unlock phase 2. And again, it's a 52-week process. But it starts off with someone who's a complete beginner as well. So the first phase is like 3 workouts in the gym, very basic, nice, easy exercises, and it progresses. And with each phase is like all the nutritional information that you'll need, the training information, frequently asked questions. And it's just like a complete guide, like a pathway from A to B. From zero to hero. Hero to zero. Don't crop that.
Zero to hero.
Yeah, zero to hero. Yeah. Just from like ultimately nothing, and it's just a membership site. Like we keep dropping loads of information there all the time. But I've never really had that before. We're a bit of a community vibe as well. But very low end, minimal communication with me, because it's going to be just in there. So I've got me high-end, nice one-to-ones where I've got me good clients, and I'll create this, which will be like a low-end system at different price points.
Yeah.
And a different type of...
Just to kind of disseminate that knowledge for people who...
just to throw all the knowledge out there. Yeah. Throw all the knowledge out there. And like I say, people can just follow their own path and unlock the phases as they go along, and it'll get a little bit harder for them as the weeks go on.
What made you do the podcast?
The podcast, I think... The podcast is that me and Sean, between us, we've got 20 years of coaching, and briefly touching about like the fads and all the PTs and the direction. I just think, right, I want my knowledge out there a bit more.
Yeah.
Because I know I can help people. I'm without sounding big-headed. I know I've got the background. I know I've got the research myself. I've been there. I know I can help people. So I just want the podcast just to create that attention, create that awareness, and drive more traffic as well. Get more clientele in the future, and just help more and more people.
That's good.
Yeah, thanks.
So if anyone wants to sign up for that, not ready yet.
It's gonna be ready on Friday.
Oh,
I know.
I
know. So
what date's that? Because this probably won't get released until
the 3rd of December.
So 3rd. So
it'll be released.
Yeah. So this will be.
So we're live now.
What? No, hang on. What are we on now?
Is it? I don't know.
I don't know what fucking day it is.
The 4th. I'm looking over there. The 4th. The 4th. The 4th December.
So this might be out before that. So you can get that.
Yeah, and like I say, unsure on the price point yet, but it's going to be very, very affordable, and you come on board, and it's just going to be an absolute knowledge bomb. It's going to be a knowledge bomb. We're going to put all the information out there. We're going to help you work out your calorie intake. So, like I say,
it's all body weight stuff.
No, the first phase, we've got a body weight version in case the gym's closed again. We've kind of covered our backs a little bit.
Some people just like doing that as well, don't they?
But once again, time. Do you know what I mean? There's people who can't really get to the gym, and body weight, like say, the way we made these, they're fucking hard. I mean, I'll be honest, I was doing the body weights, I was like gassing. I was just like, fuck me, do you know what I mean? Just making up more shit as I'm going along. But yeah, so this is, you come onto it, there'll be a section where you can work out your calorie intake based on your body weight. We've got all the formulas there. A section where to work out your protein intake, a little bit on carbs and fats, which we don't really want to overwhelm people. And as soon as they've got the calories, as soon as they've got the protein targets, they've got the food list. We'll talk to them about the 80-20 split, and you've got the workouts there. So you just kind of come in and you just kind of go along nicely. But I've become.
I might sign up for that.
Yeah, no, don't. no. I'm a business. So you're on the higher end one. So you're fucking staying there, right?
Fucking robbing my money, yeah.
No. The missus is staying on. Everyone, Adam's staying on as well.
Oh, mate, fucking Adam Rowe.
He's the best.
I don't want. I'm going to slag him off. Adam Rowe signed on with you on my recommendation, didn't he?
Yeah.
Because he's lost a bit of weight, Adam. But Adam. I banged my head against the brick wall with Adam. Adam, whilst being a very clever person, because he's a very clever person, he thinks he knows everything, but he thinks he knows better than you in every regard.
Yeah.
So if you try and tell him something he doesn't know about, he just literally it doesn't go in. It just like literally he just thinks, I know more than you, so I'm just gonna do 1,200 calories a day until I'm thin as fuck, and then I'll be in boss shape. And I was like, lad, it's not going to work. You need to eat more than that. You need to lift some weights. And he was like, nah. He's like, yeah. And you can tell it's just not going in. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, honest to God, lad, I've done exactly what you're doing. Because you're losing muscle as well as fat. You're losing lean mass. And then you start eating again because you've lost 3 stone. And you just put the fat back on. And the muscle doesn't come back because you've got no resistance. I've done it so many times myself. And you end up like a fucking pork scratching, mate. That's what happens to you. And he's like, yeah. And then, so I put him on you. Right?
Can't believe this.
How was Adam Rowe as a client?
Fucking hell. Right? it potentially, do you know, in all fairness, if we're going to talk about positives for me, I haven't done fucking anything. It's the easiest money I've ever earned in my life. Ever. And you know, I'm half like just thinking, you know, I might just back off here. And the more he forgets about me, the more I just make money and I'm not doing it. No, I'm going to get. So Adam came, we went to Costa. And he was there early. I thought that's a good sign. He was there early, so we went to Costa. We sat down, and he was talking. He was so enthusiastic when we were talking. I thought, "Fucking hell, this is great." He was like, "But I know." And he was saying to me, "I know I can do it because when I put my mind to it, I smash it. I just need that direction, that accountability." It's like, "Great, brilliant." Let's start off this, and this. And he went, "Right, I need some equipment." So I was like, "Well, you don't really need too much because you're not really used to doing any kind of weight training. So just start out quite basic." Maybe get a pair of dumbbells, a lot of body weight stuff, that's all you need. He's like, no, I've seen Paul's equipment. That's what he said. He went, I've seen Paul's equipment and I reckon I want that. I was like, you don't really need that much. You're a beginner. Chill. You want to lose weight, we need to focus on the diet. That side of things. So let's get the diet side of things sorted. 2 10-kilo dumbbells, you're flying. He's like, no. And he started going on Amazon. I thought, what is he doing here? He said, write down, and he told me to write down things that you had that he might need. So I wrote down like barbell. He's like barbell, but like, what the fuck? Like 200 quid for the barbell. I was like, Jesus Christ. He hadn't paid me at this point either. So I'm like, I'm opening your fucking finances coming to me as well. Now. If it says blocked or declined, I'm like, shit. Barbell. And then he's like, what else do I need? It was like, well, you've got a bar, you need some plates. So I was like, right, okay, plates, bam, boom. And I thought, shit, he's spending like hundreds of pounds as we're going on here. I thought, Jesus. I was like, we don't need that much. He's like, well, I need the bar to go on and relax. Like, so squat relax. I was like, fucking hell. So he's bought all this stuff. And you told me he hasn't even opened it out the box. And this is 2 months ago.
I tried to buy it off. He still wants it.
He still wants it, so, but you know what, Adam, he's been ghosting me as well. So Adam, if you're watching this, fucking reply back to me. You cunt. He's been ghosting me. He was great at first. It was like one day of enthusiasm, and then it just went pitong for him. Yeah, but I've never seen that enthusiasm from the first day. He was like, yeah, this the bum, and he just bought all this equipment on Amazon. It's like, and then he had like 5 days of deliveries. So like Monday to Friday, like this time. I thought, flicking hell. I went to him as well. Like, he lives not far from me. He said, I'll come and help you build. He was like, yeah, okay. It's still there in a box, gathering dust.
In fairness to him, right, we're very similar people, me and him, and I've done exactly what he's. Because what I do, a lot of the times, like I've been good, but a lot of the time, what I try and do in anything, like if I've got a new show to write, I get in my head, fucking, I need to write. I can't get motivated. You know what it is? I ain't got that new iPad. That's why I can't write this show, and I try and buy motivation, and I think that's what he was doing with you.
Yeah, 100%.
I think he was thinking like. And a lot of people must do this.
It
like, he's thinking, if I buy all this, I'll defo do it. And I'm fucking so bad for that.
It's like all the Fitbits. Oh, I need to know how many steps to do. It's like, chill. Like, so when it comes to getting results, you've got your core principles, and then you got things outside of that which you don't need unless the core principles are there. And it's very similar to like when you're saying about buying an iPad. So just focus on the main bit. When it comes to like kind of losing weight, what is it? You need to be in a calorie deficit. So you need to eat healthier. Focus on that, and then start worrying about steps, and then start doing this, then start doing that. But people buy so much unnecessary items, and they might do 10,000 steps a day, but eat like shite. It's like the core principle's still not there. You need to focus on that first, and then start spending like a lot of money. So Adam's great. I like I say, hopefully, I think he will. Gym's open up soon, which obviously when this is out, he'll be open. So hopefully he starts getting going again. Yeah, he will. It's Christmas soon, isn't it? So that's another obstacle for people. Yeah. But he'll get there.
I know, I've got fucking mince pies. I've got my mince pie cast starting next week.
You know. Yeah. Do you know that's it? But
my goal. I always blame my missus because she's a bad influence, right? Fucking, this is excuses again. It's because I should take ownership of my own fucking problem.
It's a pies out of 5, something you do.
But yeah. I love mince pies, right? But I said, because I know I'm bad on them, I make sure I don't eat them now, because I knew I was bad on them, so I just fucking I wouldn't, because I'll eat the whole box, mate. So I wouldn't buy them that much, and then I started doing the mince pie cast, so I knew I had to have a box of them every day. So I would like, I'd go, I can't eat the whole box now, so I'd have to get it out the house.
Yeah.
I'd go and give it to like my bird's man or someone. Everyone started thinking I was the mince pie man. I swear to God. Started taking them down to my nan's and that. Because you get a fucking tray of Costco, fucking 12 mince pies, and I like that.
The sponge.
Not a pie, by the way, they're a cake. I had to mark them down for the frangipane topping.
No, it's not.
They're fucking incredible. Yeah, but the filling to pie ratio is not right.
Your expertise level on it.
Mate, I'm a connoisseur of the mince pie. Yeah, so I understand this about myself and my bird. We were in Sainsbury's and she's like, they look nice, these little fucking Sainsbury's little mini mince pies. She was like, I'd love one of them with a cup of tea. 12. And I was like, can't buy them, not until next week. Yeah. She was like, what do you mean? I said, I can't have mince pies in the house until next week. I'm going to have them. And so I need to I've set myself that limit now. I can't have them. And she's like,
once in the house, or once you get that turn point.
She was like, fuck off. And she bought them. Mate, I'd done the whole box. I'd done the whole box before. She had bit one, and I even ate the one that she bit.
How many's in a box?
12.
Oh,
because they're a bite size as well. And I was just like, fuck off, two-handing them in.
Yeah, just sometimes like you get your fingers underneath the little tin foil, go and you shoot up. So
fucking fantastic.
God, it's great. It's great, but I'm an mince pie fan. Like, I talk about it a lot on my Instagram, but I even on my Instagram I talk about McDonald's, pizza. Because
come on, my mince pie cast if you want.
I'd love to.
Yeah, man. As a guest.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I am a mince pie connoisseur myself.
Mate, the pie that won last year.
Marks and Spencer's won it?
No. Maxie's got 5 out of 5.
It's a goal in my life, by the way. One of my goals. Okay, to be as popular as yourself to get mince pies sent to the house. But if M&S messages me one day, I'll go, Phil, here's some mince pies for you.
They only done it because they were fucking
I'm
fuming
not
because they gave them 3 pies out of 5.
I might just tag Aldi.
Yeah.
In
Hey,
this,
you can't
just-
give Aldi bad. Aldi are fucking up there, mate.
No, but I need to do something. I need to create a bit of controversy because I want me to
If
get
you want a
mince pies.
supermarket mince pie, Aldi is stuff. Aldi
Aldi's
can't
the
go
one.
far wrong with
Tesco's are good.
that. Tesco. They're all good.
I don't like Mr. Kipling.
Nah, my
Yeah.
Kipling's are shite.
Kipling's,
Kipling's are fucking...
yeah, unless you're a French fancy.
They're not bad, but they're not good. The sound with the brew.
With the what?
The sound with a cup of tea.
Oh, with a brew.
Yeah, yeah.
When they're
With the brew. You need a brew with them now because they're too dry.
Yeah.
The best mince pie, this fucking, it's from Turkey. My bear brought it up because she was like, these mince pies are fucking unreal. And I was like, nah, I've had a lot of mince pies, you know, I don't reckon they're that good. And she was like, and I gave them a little bit of a pass because I normally don't allow the addition of brandy cream because I feel like it taints the pie. But I bit this fucking pie, mate, and it sent me to another world, mate.
Oh.
It got 8 pies out of 5.
8 pies out of 5.
I'm having to review me.
Yeah, you gotta go to 10s now.
Well, I'd started giving 5s out, and then the pies kept getting better because I felt bad because the girl who won the year before, Danielle's Cakes in Liverpool, she'd done a mince pie cupcake as well. Fuck me.
Danielle, if you're watching, I'll send you.
I'll get some more after this year. I'll drop you the cupcake off the fucking special, you know. Yeah. But she got 7 pies out of 5, and I didn't think that was possible to top.
At that point,
I think this year if she had a brandy cream in, because I don't think it was fair because hers was a standard and the big fucking thick mince pies and the minces are made. She makes her own mince.
I hate it when you buy it's just empty. It's like, what are you doing?
Nah, this is when there's a hole in it.
Yeah, Mr. Kipling. Like I bit into Mr. Kipling the other day, and I only bought them because Tesco's. I don't know why I bought them. It must have been on offer, so I've seen them at the front. And I got one. I thought as soon as I was driving, I'm thinking I'm disappointed in myself there.
Yeah.
Buying Mr. Kipling ones, and then I got in, and I had one. I thought it was just empty, just hollow inside. Like you little,
like your soul.
Fuckers. Yeah, just having me off, just having me pants down. It's just, I know you're 99p and all that, but
I can't believe we spent so long. Well, do you know what? This podcast has been an 80-20 split.
It hasn't it? It won't be quite heavy. It's all about deep ripping off Instagram.
We've been talking about just being healthy, being good, and then we just end it by talking about fucking yam and mince pies.
Yeah, well, save the best to last, isn't it? Oh, yam and mince pies. Yeah, I know. Fucking hell. But no, yeah, get me on, if you don't mind.
I'll get you on, Defo. Thank you for coming on this, though.
It's been great.
I really appreciate you coming in, and thank you for all the help you've given me over the last year. If you find you're struggling with motivation, or you find you're struggling with knowing what to do, you need some gym knowledge, you can't go far wrong with Phil Downing, online coach on Instagram.
Yeah.
Same on Twitter.
Yeah, same on Twitter.
Same on Twitter, same on Facebook.
Got a Facebook page, I don't really use it.
Don't really use it. Get him on Instagram, that's probably the best way. You get to see a picture of him with his little top off as well from time to time.
Every now and
Sexy.
then. And all it is, it's just from 2017. You don't even know it.
It's the same picture.
It's not.
Again.
Same photo.
It is, though.
Photoshop with a cap on, don't it? It is.
Yeah, so do that. Check his new podcast out, The Athletic Method. It should be out, the 4th?
It will, yeah, the 4th December.
4th December,
it's going to be launched.
Have a look at that. I'll be a guest on that soon, apparently. And just, check him out. He does good stuff. Good luck on your fitness journeys, and I hope you're all feeling well and staying safe and all that. And thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed this podcast, click like, subscribe, share it about, let your mates know about it. And just appreciate you all watching. I'll catch you all on the next episode. Say bye, Phil.
See you later, guys.
See you later.